Scorpio, hello, how are you? It is time for your extended reading for August 2022, okay? I'm squeezing all the information out of August that I possibly can. So I'm starting this off with the past person, okay? If you're not dealing with or inquiring about somebody that you have past history with, this is not for you. Please stick around and stay tuned for your part of the reading, which will be coming up momentarily. All right, let's just get a general look at the energy between Scorpio and the past person. If you'd like to find the information on how to schedule a personal reading, please look in the description box of this video, and keep in mind that is the only way to schedule a personal reading with me. Please beware and dodge the scammers pretending to be me on social media or in the comment sections of these videos. That is not me. I will never reach out to you asking you if you want a reading. There's only one way to get a reading from me, and that is in the description box of this video. Anything other than that is not me, okay? All right, let's look at the energy. Let's look at the energy, universe, between Scorpio and the past person. Two of Wands in the reverse. So somebody here is getting tired of waiting on this. Somebody, I don't know who it is. Could be you, could be them, could be both of you. But somebody here has been sitting around waiting to see if anything was ever going to come of this. And whoever it is that's been waiting is getting tired of it and just about to drop it and just give up and move on. Four of Wands reversed. Yep. Queen of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Yeah, I do kind of feel like you're going to get closure. I feel like the two of you are probably going to have the opportunity to get the closure. But what's kind of confusing me is it almost feels like it splits down the middle between two groups of you. There's some of you who are actually going to have a conversation with this person and get closure. And another group of you aren't going to bother with a conversation. You're just laying it to rest in here. Trying to figure out which one applies to most of you. Page of Swords reversed. Yeah, it's probably the majority of you. The majority of you, I don't think, are going to bother with having a conversation. Some of you. But the majority of you are just going ahead and finding that closure and laying it to rest in your own heart. This person is watching you too. They're watching you do better. They see you doing better. Okay? I feel like the next person due to come into your life is a new person. Okay, well, let's look and see how they feel about this exactly. How exactly does the past person feel about this? How's the past person feel about Scorpio? What are their thoughts, feelings, and opinions? Temperance reversed. Yeah, see, they're getting impatient waiting on you. I feel like it's them. It's them that's been waiting. Getting tired of waiting, ready to just move on and move forward. Magician. If you're dealing with somebody who is into metaphysics and esoterics, they may have been trying to manifest a reconciliation with you, and they're getting tired of waiting on it. But if you don't want to wait on your manifestation. I don't know who needs to hear this. But if you're waiting on your manifestation, as long as you're waiting on it, you're holding it back. You are holding it back. It can't happen until you stop waiting on it. All right. Nine of Pentacles reversed. Okay. So this person is still very attracted to you. Oh yeah, they're still very attracted to you. They do miss the good old days between the two of you. Some of you could have kids with this person maybe. Just because the Empress and the Six of Cups showed up right next to each other. And that's definitely a card of children and pregnancy, both cards. But either way, it doesn't matter if you have kids or not. I do feel like they are looking back in the past, thinking about how it was back in the day when things were good between the two of you. And this person is still very attracted to you, but they don't really feel quite as strong of a connection as they once did. Not really. The connection's starting to get kind of weak. The more time passes, the less connected to you they feel. And they're just basically getting tired of waiting on it. Yeah, they're not losing sleep over this anymore. They were to a certain point. They were for a little bit losing sleep over this. They weren't doing too good. Not so much anymore. Not really. It looks like they're kind of slowly coming to terms with, okay, well, I guess I'm just not going to hear from Scorpio again. They are playing the victim too, by the way. High Priestess, okay. By the way, it could be a Cancer or a Taurus. I also have Sagittarius here. Let's see if this person's taking any action. Will this person be taking any actions towards Scorpio? And what's the outcome? Will they be taking any action? And what's the outcome? King of Pentacles. No, it could be an earth sign for some of you. Two more. Sun card, Wheel of Fortune. No, doesn't look very action-packed. What's this? Page of Swords, Knight of Swords reversed. For some of you, they may try to get your attention and try to start a conversation. But like I said, I feel like the majority of you aren't even playing that game. Like for example, you could open up Instagram and see that they hearted your little selfie or whatever, or you could open up Facebook and see that they replied to a comment, something that you commented on 6 months ago. I feel like they may try to get a conversation started with you. I don't feel like the majority of you are playing that game. It looks to me like you're moving on from this. Six of Swords, King of Swords. Moving on, man. Is there any advice for Scorpio? What's the best advice? Ooh, don't let your guard down. Do not let your guard down with this person. Okay? Especially if some time has passed. Especially if some time has passed and you're thinking, well, maybe it's not that bad now. And no, don't let your guard down. I don't think this person has done really any changing since you all spoke last. Okay? Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Like I said, the next person due to come into your life is a new person. Okay? Let's look at singles. Single Scorpios and their love interests. If you don't have a specific love interest, I can't promise you this will resonate. This is only for my single Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Scorpios who actually have somebody on their mind. Knight of Swords reverse, so I don't know how well communication is between the two of you. What that kind of tells me is you probably haven't even told this person you're into them, have you? Probably haven't even spoken up and made that known. Chariot reverse, Three of Cups. Yeah. Yeah, this kind of feels like a silent, I don't know any other way to word this. Like a silent, I almost want to say that there's tension building between the two of you. Because, okay, I don't think that you have come forward and directly let this person know that you're into them. But you know that they feel a connection. All right? And you're right. You're right, they do. They do. But since they don't know, I feel like this person is probably the logical, analytical type who's not going to make a decision based on a feeling. So it looks to me like they're just kind of hanging back and not acting on the feeling. They feel it too. The Lover's card's in the upright. Y'all both feel this connection. But since they don't know, they don't have any proof that they're not just making it up in their head, I don't see anything happening here. It just kind of looks like a little bit of pressure starting to build between the two of you. A little bit of pressure starting to build between the two of you. Let's see how they feel about you then. How does this person feel about Scorpio? How do they view you? What are their opinions about you? Three of Swords reversed. Fool card reversed. Magician reversed. Yeah, I don't even think that, honestly, it looks to me like it probably hasn't really occurred to them that you might actually be into them. I feel like this person does feel a connection with you. They more than likely have a crush on you too, but they're just swallowing it and burying it because they feel like they're just making it up in their own head. They probably don't really even have the confidence, honestly. They're just swallowing it and burying it, keeping it to themselves. I kind of think it would actually surprise them if they found out how into them you are, honestly. Okay. Let's see if they're going to take any kind of actions. 3 cards. I just want 3 cards on actions that they're taking. Queen of Pentacles. 4 of Swords. Now, Queen of Swords. Look, see? They're not acting on it. They're not going to act on this. What's the outcome? Any kind of outcome? No. Hierophant reversed. And the Hangman reversed. No. Looks to me like as long as you keep this silent, nothing's happening. What's the best advice? Best advice. Okay, well, first of all, let your guard down. You are free to let your guard down with this person right here. I wouldn't try to jump into this head first, but put the ball in their court and let it be known. Put the ball in their court and let it be known, Yo, I heard this new bar opened up down the street. What are you doing after work? You want to go have a drink or something? Just throw it out there and let it be known. And then if they say, well, I got to see what I'm doing on that day. Okay. And then leave it. You threw it out there. Leave it. See how they respond to it. If you toss it out there, or maybe you could send them a friend request on Facebook and see if the two of you can start talking, see if you're drawn to each other. Let it be known some way, somehow, and see how they respond to it. If they take it and run with it, sweet. If they don't, okay, well, you don't need somebody like that in your life anyway, all right? I feel like this person might be a little bit intimidated, honestly. Might be a little bit intimidated. So it's probably going to take some patience if you really want something to happen with this person here. All right, let's look at the new person. New person. If you're not dealing with, interested in, or inquiring about somebody new in your life, or somebody new coming in, this is not for you. Let's look at the energy between Scorpio and the newest person coming in. All right. Two of Wands. Damn it, man, that gets on my nerves so bad, dude. Okay, so I don't really see a solid decision being made. You all are kind of stuck at a crossroads here. Okay? Communication looks really good, though. I mean, Page of Swords, Knight of Swords, back to back. Y'all talking. Like, you probably have never communicated with anybody better than you do this person, as a matter of fact. But I feel a big fear of abandonment. Big fear of abandonment. See what I'm saying? 4 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands. Big fear of abandonment. So this person has a bit of a chip on their shoulder, got a bit of an attitude, but they're not talking to nobody else. For those of you who came to this reading wondering whether or not the new person has a bunch of other options, no, I feel like either A, they never really had any other options, or B, if they did, they cut everybody off and they're only talking to you. They only have eyes for you. Okay, 6 of Cups, all right. All right, yep, see, 2 of Wands, Ace of Wands reversed. Well, let's see their intentions towards you. Let's see their intentions towards you specifically. How do they see you? How do they feel about you? What do they want from this connection? Woo! Yeah! They feel an incredibly intense connection with you. Incredibly intense connection. Hangman reverse. It might scare them a little bit, to be honest with you. I feel like this person wants to play it as cool as possible. And that can tend to have the reverse effect sometimes, you know? When you feel a really strong connection with somebody and maybe sometimes it embarrasses you a little bit. You know, you don't want to look desperate. You don't want to look clingy. You don't want to look needy. You don't want to look pathetic. So you put this imaginary wall between you and the person. You ever done this? I think we've all done this. And you put this imaginary wall between you and the person and you pretend, you know, you pretend that, I'm not desperate. I'm not needy. I'm not clingy. And that can kind of have the reverse effect sometimes. Especially when the other person, like, knows that you feel the connection. And that can have the reverse effect. And that might be what this person's doing, honestly. It might be. I don't see it coming from a bad place. It's more than likely coming from a place of fear and embarrassment and shame. Tisk, 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 boy! Okay, it's not coming from a bad place, though. When I'm looking at their intentions, I'm specifically looking for, are they lying to you? Are they manipulating you? Are they trying to breadcrumb you, lead you on? Just get a wham, bam, thank you, man. Like, and I don't see any of that, okay? All right, let's look at the outcome. What is the outcome? What is the outcome? Lover's card again. So this connection is going to continue growing stronger and stronger and stronger. I mean, fight it as you may, but you're eventually going to see that you and this person couldn't walk away from each other if you wanted to. Oh, this is going to be long-term commitment. Okay. So, who is this? Oh, okay. All right. So, one of you, and it could be both of you too, but at least one of you has been contemplating, should I move forward or should I hope for somebody from the past? And whoever it was that was waiting to see if a past person was going to come back, I feel like is making the final decision to walk away from the past and start new and start fresh. Walking away from the past, starting new, starting fresh. This looks to me like long-term commitment. Long-term commitment. Sweet. I like those positive readings, man. I know you hear all kinds of stuff about Rich Lop being this negative asshole, and I'm really not. I'm just an honest reader. I'm just an honest reader, man. I am. I read what comes through. If it comes through negative, I'm not going to lie to you. If it comes through positive, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to read exactly what comes through, nothing more, nothing less. So, we got us a good positive one, man. I love it. I love it. All right, let's get some advice. Let's get some advice. Okay, So let's spend the month of August keeping an eye out for red flags, okay? And when I say red flags, I don't mean like big, game-changing, deal-breaking red flags. I'm talking about that little bullshit. You know, the little bullshit that adds up over time. You know, like your actions aren't really matching up with your words. Okay, well, let me just stuff that under the rug. Maybe it was an accident, you know, or you said you was going to do this and then you didn't. You know, first you said this, then you said, you know, I'm talking about the little stuff that that nobody says anything about at first. You know, we bury that under the rug, and then that stuff builds and builds and builds and builds over time. And then before you know it, bang, it pops off into some drama or some conflict. If some red flags pop up, let's lay that red flag on the table and talk about it like adults. Yo, I could have swore that the other day you said this, now you're saying this. Did I hear that wrong? Did I hear that wrong? I mean, feel free to enlighten me if I misunderstood you. Maybe it's me, I don't know. Or, you know, I could have swore you said you was going to do this, but now you're doing this. So let's just talk about this like adults. Maybe it's me. Maybe I misunderstood you. You know, let's just spend the month of August looking out for red flags. Okay, and let's talk about it, and let's bring it up, and let's work through the red flags, okay? Because that's the thing. That, at the end of the day, that is the key that separates a successful relationship from a toxic relationship. Because there is no relationship you are ever going to have where there's not challenges, obstacles, disagreements. The difference is, when you're in a successful relationship, the two of you work through that and you make it up to the next level. Then on the next level, the next challenge comes up. And guess what? Y'all work through that and make it up to, you keep leveling up together. See, when you're with a toxic person, it just keeps looping around, the same loop-de-loop toxic cycle and repeat, round and around and around, and you never work through it. And it just keeps repeating the same old story, same old song and dance. So we got to practice this now, in the beginning. Something doesn't add up, let's bring it up and talk about it. If we can't do that, that's a problem. If I can't bring up one little concern that I have that doesn't quite sound right, you know, as I'm getting to know you and letting you get to know me, if we can't do that, then there's a big problem. That's what I would focus the month of August on, okay? And probably September too, but we'll see what happens when we get to September. All right, well, I feel like those were the messages that my Scorpio friends needed to hear, so I'm going to go ahead and end this reading here. Thank you all so much for tuning in and playing along. I greatly appreciate all the love and the support and the positive feedback you guys show me every time I get on here and do this. It makes my job worthwhile here on YouTube, y'all. I greatly appreciate you. Don't forget to look in the description of this video if you would like to find the information on how to schedule a personal reading. And I'm out of here now, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Y'all stay blessed.